From up here, London looks so peaceful. But hidden inside Hampstead Heath are stories of highwaymen, riots, vampires, and one of the most haunted pubs in Britain. Today we're walking through 3 legendary locations connected by crime, poetry, and centuries of dark history. And trust me, after this, you'll never look at Hampstead Heath again in the same way. Intrigued? Shall we? This is the Spaniards Inn, a pub that's been standing here since the 1500s. Almost feels like I'm being watched. A lot of cars on this road, busy road. Check this thing out. Yeah, this little toll house. Beautiful little building here. Standing right next to the Spaniards. There you go, Tollgate House, Spaniards Gate. This 18th century building was erected to collect tolls from those passing through the western entrance to the estates of the Bishops of London, erected by the Heath and Hampstead Society. There you are. Another little bit of history there. Right, let's get in and see the Spaniards. I'm standing here for about 5 minutes and not been able to... Oh, here we go. Yeah, this road is seriously busy, so be careful if you're coming here, especially after having a couple inside. The pub is believed to have been built in 1585 on the Finchley boundary, with the tavern forming the entrance to the Bishop of London's estate. An original boundary stone from 1755 can still be seen in the front garden. Opposite is the toll house we visited earlier, built in and around 1710. Today the pub is in Barnet and the toll house is in Camden. Both are now listed buildings. Records from the Old Bailey show that on 16th of October 1751, Samuel Bacon was indicted for robbery on the King's Highway and was caught 200 yards from the Spaniards. Look at this. There's that busy road, the telephone box. And then, come on, we don't knock those over. There's that Tollgate House. Yeah, look at this. How amazing is this? Another room through here as well. You imagine all the things that have gone on, all the conversations, all the mystery, all the characters that have been through these doors. So yeah, we just had a wander around inside Spaniards Inn, hidden on the edge of Hampstead Heath. Spaniards Inn is one of the most oldest, most historic pubs. A place tied to highwaymen, riots, vampires, poets, murder legends, stretching back over 400 years. And the strangest part, nobody can agree on how it got its name. Some say it was named after the Spanish ambassador to King James I. Others tell a more gruesome story of two Spanish brothers who duelled over a woman. Both died and apparently are buried nearby. Either way, this quiet London pub became the perfect setting for dangerous men and darker stories. Most famously, Dick Turpin. The legendary highwayman is deeply connected to this inn through local folklore. Stories claim Turpin was actually born here in the early 1700s, while his father worked as landlord. Supposedly Turpin would hide his horse at the inn and watch the nearby roads for wealthy travellers to rob crossing Hampstead Heath. Imagine sitting here for a peaceful pint while one of England's most feared criminals waits outside to rob passing carriages. And now somehow that's only part of the story. In 1780, London exploded into chaos during the Gordon riots. Violent anti-Catholic protests that tore through the city. An angry mob marched toward nearby Kenwood House, intending to burn it down. But the landlord of the Spaniards Inn had an idea. He reportedly served the rioters ale. That's right, free drinks. The mob became so distracted drinking at the pub that soldiers arrived before they could attack the estate, saving Kenwood House from destruction. Possibly the most British disaster prevention strategy in history. But the Spaniards isn't just linked to criminals and riots, it was a magnet for writers and poets. Writers became obsessed with this place. Charles Dickens referenced it in the Pickwick Papers. And how cool is this? Bram Stoker included this in Dracula. You can see why he used it for his Gothic masterpiece. Low wooden beams, candlelit corners, hidden passageways, and centuries of ghost stories. John Keats is said to have written parts of Ode to a Nightingale in this very garden. So I think it only fitting that I read the opening stanza with the Spaniards Inn in the background. My heart aches and a drowsy numbness pains. My sense as though of hemlock I had drunk, or emptied some dull opiates to the drains. 1 minute passed and leftwards had sunk. 'Tis not through envy of thy happy lot, but being too happy in thine happiness, that thou, like winged dryad of the trees, in some melodious plot of beechen green and shadows numberless, singest of summer in full-throated ease. Thousands visit this place today, whether for the atmosphere, the legends, the supernatural element. But for me, it's a true bucket list moment. Simply a must. So glad it's still here to this day. Just so you're aware, just on the edge of Hampstead Heath's Kenwood House, there's a beautiful bridge here, and it's known as Sham Bridge, but please don't try and cross it. It's a two-dimensional ornamental bridge. It looks outstanding, but trust me, it's not advised. So just a short walk from the Spaniards Inn to Kenwood House, one of the most historic and grandest houses in London. Just arriving at Kenwood House, the magnificence of it is just absolutely beautiful. Look at that. I'm going to go in and see it. And little do many people realise, but in 1780 it nearly disappeared forever. That's right, during the Gordon riots aforementioned, violent anti-Catholic mobs swept through the city and marched to Old Kenwood House, planning to destroy it. And this is where the Spaniards Inn played its bizarre role in its history, with the landlord distracting rioters by serving them free ale. Which means this historic London mansion, how crazy is this, may have been saved by a pub tab. And just behind me is Kenwood House, which I'm hoping that we can go into in a minute. I'm not sure how much I'll be able to film inside, but one thing I am very much looking forward to is one of my favourite artists, other than Caravaggio, is Johann Vermeer. And one of his paintings, one of Vermeer's paintings, the guitar player, is on display in Kenwood House. It has been since the 1920s, since it was recovered in 1974 from a theft, from robbery, and returned to Kenwood House. So hopefully we can go and find it and sort it out. But yeah, the guitar player by Vermeer, one of my favourites. And we're going to go and try and find it. Shall we? It's definitely advisable to wear some decent walking shoes all around Hampstead Heath. It's very much up and down. Undulation is quite tiring, has to be said. But here we go, looky here. The Brew House Cafe, garden house shop. Kenwood Dairy that way. But look at this. So quiet. We have the whole place to ourselves. I mean, it is a weekday, but look at that out there. Breathtaking. Just coming away from Kenwood House now. So great to do that, and we got to see the guitar player by Vermeer. And also Kenwood House is free. You can just go in and walk around, no charge whatsoever. Obviously there's a gift shop and stuff like that there, but otherwise it's completely free and it's just there, the entrance. Loads of movies been filmed here as well. Sense and Sensibility, Mansfield Park, 101 Dalmatians, Notting Hill, also filmed here. So yeah, fabulous place, great visit. And the Sham Bridge, which is probably one of my most favourite bits in the grounds, the optical illusion, the two-dimensional bridge, which is, yeah, it's quite a sight to see, but don't try and walk over it. And that's what makes Hampstead Heath so different from the rest of London. On the surface, Here it's peaceful woodland, incredible views, but hidden between the trees are stories of highwaymen, poets, riots and gothic horror. Places like the Spaniards Inn and Kenwood House aren't just old buildings, they're reminders that London's strangest stories are hiding in plain sight. And standing here on Parliament Hill, you can almost feel them.